Hey, man, say, man, you already know what I'm about to say, man. It's the most hated blogger in Texas, Real Tool TV. And you're now rocking with Tool Squad, not the Boom Squad. Listen, I have breaking news. So whenever SODMG affiliate Go Yayo, aka Majin Vegeta, gets on live with Soulja Boy, you know it's some bullshit going on. Every time he's going through it, he runs to Soulja Boy. He runs to Soulja Boy, Soulja side me, Soulja this, Soulja that. So I was just perplexed today when I saw him on live with Soulja Boy as if things were all good.
Don't play with my boy, favorite hoe. Don't play with my
Nah,
boy.
for real, man. Pressure. No cap. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Gang.
for real, man. Murdagang.
But then the news hit. Go Yayo Sugar Daddy, OG KunPapi, has been arrested for the killing of 2 people and 1 severely injured in a car accident. Reports are saying this. The title reads, Man arrested in hit and run that killed woman, child, and injured another. A 20-year-old man is in custody, accused of killing a woman and a young child, severely injuring another in a hit-and-run car crash Sunday afternoon. According to police, 2 drivers were headed northbound on Interstate 35 West in North Lake at about 3:40. When the driver of an Audi A6 moved from the right lane to the left lane and collided with the driver of a Toyota, the collision pushed the Toyota into the concrete barrier and it then rolled several times before coming to a stop, according to witnesses. According to an arrest warrant affidavit obtained by NBC 5, Channel 5, the driver of the Audi stopped about 100 yards from the site of the collision and was told by witnesses that the other vehicle rolled over. Police said the driver then left the location without providing any assistance to the other driver. Wow, what does that tell me? That tells me that not only will OG KunPapi be charged with 2 manslaughter cases, but he's probably gonna be hit with a failure to render aid. When first responders arrived, they discovered there were 3 people in the Toyota and that 2 of them, including the 59-year-old woman who had been driving the vehicle and a 5-year-old girl, had died in the crash. A second passenger in the Toyota, a 3-year-old boy, survived and was transported to a Fort Worth hospital by air ambulance in serious condition. His condition is unknown. Witnesses told police the driver of a black Audi stopped after the crash but then drove away. In the arrest warrant affidavit, the driver was identified by police as Kendrick DeMons Collins, otherwise known as OG KunPapi, who police said exited the highway at Farm to Market Road 1171 and then turned southbound on the highway, where he passed the crash scene again and again and did not stop, so he doubled back. Wow. Police said he then exited Dale Earnhardt and continued traveling south, where he had to pull over for a flat tire at about 4:15. An Arville police officer found Collins parked on the side of the road and stayed with him until North Lake police arrived. At about 5:45, North Lake Police Sergeant Kevin Earl interviewed Collins, who said he thought the witness who approached him called 911 and that he exited Dale Earnhardt to return to the scene of the crash without stopping on the southbound side, and that once off the highway he noticed the flat tire. He said the Arville officer arrived moments later, so calling the police was not needed. Police said Collins said he had 2 working phones in the car, but that he had not reached for them after they fell on the floor. Collins is facing 2 charges of accident-involved death and a 3rd charge of accident involving serious bodily injury for the boy. Police said the investigation is ongoing and that more charges are possible. It's not clear if Collins has obtained an attorney. He is currently being held in the Denton County Jail on a $600,000 bond. All jokes aside, this is a very sad situation. 2 people are dead and the woman is left injured. OG KunPapi will be charged with failure to render aid amongst all these other charges. He'll probably receive some traffic violations. It's not looking good for the 4E Hood Fade Camp, and it's not looking good for Go Yayo. Everyone knows that OG KunPapi was the muscle. He was the one person in Yayo's camp who was beyond a shadow of a doubt respected across the city. In other words, he was Go Yayo's pack. Yayo does fuck with other street niggas, but not like KunPapi. When anything would happen with Yayo, KunPapi was frontline on the defense. Now that he has crashed out, figuratively speaking, LOL, actually literally speaking, now that he has crashed out, Go Yayo is alone. He's alone. He's alone. Let's see how this pans out. I want to speak real quick before we close on Murdagang PB's situation, his new album, and the future for him. Murdagang PB is in a position where he needs to either leave Fort Worth or he will go to jail or die. Those are his three options. He can leave Fort Worth, he can go to jail, or die. Unfortunately, he's not one of those people who the police won't fuck with. I hate to say it. He's a nigga who, if he's seen by the police, he's going to get fucked with. PB, I want to tell you, like a wise man once told J-Dub when he seen J-Dub. He said, yo, gangster has been solidified. I understand that you just now got off a house arrest, you enjoying yourself, you back in the wolf pack, you back fucking around. But the reality is your gangster has already been certified. I listened to your album, it was decent. You cut down on the dissing, or at least being specific to whom you were dissing, so it's less offensive, and now everybody can play your music without feeling like they're taking a side. It's time for you to leave. It's time for you to either leave or stay in Fort Worth and suffer a similar fate to Go Yayo, except worse, because you're nowhere near as big as he was when he first came out. Facts. However, you're the best thing rocking for the murder, and you probably have the biggest amount of potential. I want to see that potential be fulfilled. So I want it on wax that Real Tunes is saying that Murdagang PB needs to leave his hood. Not because he's a hoe, but because he's done everything that he needed to do, and the hood has only done as much for him as it can. You can help them more once you've made it, and then come back. Like, I'm subscribed, let me know what y'all think. I'm out.